Hello, 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 and welcome back. Camera is again on the fritz. Looking forward to when I get the new one. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you all had a magnificent Christmas. You had the family over, which goes about as well as you can expect. It is okay, but still have a fish. So I've been doing a little bit in between the food and the presents and all that. Not a whole bunch, but just a tad. Are you starting? Are you getting full? They are getting full. Whoa, wee. Right, we have a lot of melons, but wow, alright, we can actually make our thing. Achtel. Yeah, that's because this one is like turned off. Yeah. And I did at Immer Rail. I made 21 of these, and I held it in my arm so we can get the quest. It gave me a tank, this one. Basic fluid tank with soul lava. And we just gotta represent. I filled this up earlier today with like 10,000 seeds also. But because all this stuff up here has been done, this one was full of power, which is not anymore, which is so those 10,000 went fast, because more power equals faster work on these machines. So now it's gonna work very slow. Let's just skip that in there. Let's almost 6,000 or thereabouts. So that is fine. And I said, let's check some alloys. Because we should have everything for that now. So if we do at all the and alloy, we should have this, which we can make into this. Then we have these three bad boys. And we have not done that. Okay, so we're also gonna need a recipe for this. Crowd for me 5,000 because we can. We did set this up, didn't we? We started to. Let's put these three in here, and we'll add this. B, we're gonna need one of these. I'm gonna have to make this into such. And this is not connected. Of course it's not. I don't think it matters, but let's just try this. Okay, so this is slow. I might have to go over all of this with the wrenches, but L does nothing. Options, controls, keybinds, shader, okay, plus. That's this one. Then we can see these. So everybody there shoots, everybody here shoots, everybody here shoots. We are outputting 3 million FE per tick, 1.8. Also bypass limit, yes. Same for you, right? Yes. All right. Cool. So it takes a minute. 8.1 billion FE. Should be fine. Should be fine. Okay, so there is that. So then we can go in here and we can put this to a whitelist. And I can do this. I can just do that. No? So we have one. So let's craft one of these. Start. I right click that. Do not push crafting. Yes. Okay, so we did that last time. So again, this is going to take a minute. But easy enough. We can easily walk past, so we'll do the same on this side. And the last one. And we'll take these out again. 131, okay, so that's also running smooth, which is nice. And this is called energizing orb. So this can be also used to make dry ice. So in the core, wireless crafting. Okay. Uranite. Can make this. That's what we're doing. Charging stuff. And these also have like X4, X4, X4. Okay. Creative controller, okay, cool. Blazing crystal bee spawn egg. Alright, I don't think we're gonna loop for that. The creative water ski, the creative energy cell, a super dense. Alright. What's the recipe for this? Let's add that, because hell what? Put that in there, so cool. 1, 2, 3. Dry ice. We'll add this. And that's totally wrong. So back to base. Let's just have that running for a while. We are gonna crack these out. Source gem block. Legendary vibranium bee spawn egg. Oh, very nice. The casing of the star. 28 unobtainium. And we are fast. Cool. Damn, this is fast. I will cancel that. Uranite, isn't that a thing? At power Euro something. So we're gonna want this and that. So Uranite. We have nothing. These can also be blockified. Can these be blockified once more? It can. So that means we'll just use like this one. And we said the seeds is made by 4 of these and that. So let's make 8. Let's make that. We're gonna have to move all of this also, because this is bad. And 2. Boom. There's a reason God gave you half a brain. Boom. To the base, to the base. Okay, so that thing there is done. And we said for this an obtainium oldemadium block. So that's 27 for round 1. Let's just get that started. So the alloys was quick enough. Okay, we're getting shitty stuff. Void mining, we'll get into book, fortune 5, put that away, spawn fox egg, put that away. Fortune 5, I've also been cleaning out this here stuff a little bit. Which reminds me, we should put all of these back and we'll take like 50. Yep. Not sure how much longer we need to have the mob farm running, but whew, it's hot and we are hungry. Let's eat a caribou. And it did nothing. And that's another thing I've been doing at Croptopia. I've been making a bunch of the recipes for the food. So we have I've done the fried chicken, and I'm going to continue make the rest of these meals down the line. In hope of that we can get more hearts. I'm trying to do that now with the blue skies, but it looks like it might not be part of the thing. Okay, so the plug can go in here, that can go in here, and we also have some of that going. So that's why I have emeralds, because I make some recipes and I put this dude down over here, our trader, so I can buy the seeds I want and need. And we have then put up a whole huge crap ton of pots in here. That grows basically everything. So I'm basically just taking out the floor and filling in. So next we'll probably just fill all this in here also. When it's all full, we're gonna have to figure something else out. These are finished also. Huglinhire does not have a space. somewhat of a useless thing, but we'll put that in there just so it has a space. The rest of this will just store in disk. Digitalis. Okay, we might have to reclaim some frames. Ooh. That one can stay. This one will keep here. This also needs to get moved somewhere somehow. But it is what it is. Holy crap, it became hot as shit in here. Okay, that's a lot. Ooh. So we need an enchanting apparatus. Another thing, arcane core. Yeah, we're gonna need that. Let's try and get a couple extra of these. I think that needs to be underneath. Not sure how many we needed. This will tell us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As I suspected. And for that we also want source. At ours, Ars Nouveau. So there is, let's see, growth of plants, nearby food, potions, mob death. This could be nice. There's something called a regulator, isn't it? Does this thing say anything about relaying stuff? No. You know what? I think we'll just have some of this space for that. We have our kitchen here, but that doesn't matter, I think. Maybe. So we have 10 of these. We have 340,000 amethysts. No. We don't care about this, so we'll keep this down here. And it doesn't really matter, but so we stored these up here, didn't we? Yes. We can have, well, we didn't upgrade that, did we? $37 million, all right. So if I just put down 5, gonna need this. Let me put no. Some modular routers. Cool. There is no computer down here. No, it's not. Well, it's one right there. And there is that thing there. That's in the wall. Okay, one thing at a time. This is an input. And you are just chunking out. Why is this one? Okay, it's just, okay, it's like that. Okay, yeah, we have 5.7 million. Let's take that out. 13,000 singularities. Let's just take that out. We'll save these. So we can just, we'll leave this be. You will just add in poppies and iron like super slow. Okay. Right. Shit. This is fine. I don't think we're gonna need that thing, so okay, let me try. If I put that thing there, and we want just try and make this as weird as thingy as possible. If I put that there and I say, you know, send to that, whitelist. If I put an export bus like that, okay. So these are getting filled. Cool. We will then take these, round robin, toss them out. We're gonna then need two puller modules. See, is there like a whitelist? Only this. So this should not be the same for both of these. It should. Okay. So we can only pull from one. Okay, so how about if I make two of these? Yeah. Transfer into router. Roden Robin. Whitelist that thing. Split them in two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that was wrong. Supposed to be this thing, of course. So when these are finished, they should wind up in here and then be put into here. Cool. Let's find these bad boys. Maximum speed. So we are then making source gems. Sweet. Cool. Yeah, I had to make this for all our stuff and saplings and seeds that we're not going to get to use for anything, but that's all right. That's all right. We reload, pick a strand. There we are. Let's see settings. Okay, so we are at that point. There's that. And let's get it on top of this thing. Cool. And cool. All right. Then we're dumping out 1.5 million out of here. Perfect. And Craptopia. Let's do that. Tortillas. Those you might want to take out. Kale chips. Cooked bacon. Cheese. Trail mix. Soy milk. That also might be used for something. Peanut butter. That might also be used for something. Coffee. That's also used for something. Soy sauce. A nougat. Missing milk. Well, no. But it might be... it's just being weird. Chocolate. Okay, let's just grab this. Not the milk though. Fancy water gave me something. Cinnamon sapling. Okay, we haven't quite gotten to that yet. Okay, we'll have some of that up here. Okay, so we don't. In that case, let's go plant it. Boy. One left, right? Yes. This is stopped somehow. So that's 28 of these. The casing for the star. Reactor, that's gotta get this on space somehow also. So that's 28. We're gonna need a calculator. So we have 20 stars times 28 equals 560. Subtract 28 equals 532. Okay, we're not missing a lot, actually. That's not a lot. 90 blocks and 13. Okay, so do 400. That means we're missing 132. We're just gonna let that run. So it's, you know, done. So it's gonna be block of diamond 4x. And it's gonna be obsidian 5x. Cool. Six X. That's a lot. Let's see, there's gonna be dirt also 6x. I might also want to try a new game today that I got for Christmas. It's called, well, you've seen me play its predecessor before, and it's called Tribes. So that's in a new rendition, Tribe 3 Rivals, I think it is. This, that, and Endstone 5 emeralds. So I just downloaded it. I completely forgot about it until right about now. One X, 2, 3, 4, 5. X we said for that. Cool. So block X. Okay, that's a bit much. Because that's used with these, right? To make these. We're gonna need the same amount of those. So that means if we do M4, I'm gonna need 20 of these. We do not have enough. So there's that. But we have the recipes, so we can make it. And right, so we were thinking about so we have source jars. So let's go to the mob farm. And if I put this here, it's getting full, so we'll put a Ours. So how do we? Is there like ME source jar? Okay, so that's a thing. Ours. Chanter's shield? No, that's not what we're looking for here. Magic finder. Find amethyst. We don't need that. Summoning help? No. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to just go ours. It's 5 pages, so it shouldn't be that bad. Star bunker wheel. Ars Crea. Okay, so that's also a thing. Mark of mastery. Focus fire. Oh, trinket. Discounts. Is it the Dominion wand? That might be it. Enchanting apparatus. So we said 1 gold, 1 gold, gem stick in the middle. So stick in the middle, 2 gems, 1 gold. So I put the gold, chippity, and we'll stick the stick into there. Did I make this? Source relay. So can this be put in, let's say, here? So you are full. You are full. Now let's do this. This to that. Let's make another one. We'll put that there. No. Take from 72, 68, 12. Okay, so it's taking from there. Connection cleared. Okay, so that is wrong. Taking from one location. Shift click. Shift click. Sending to one location. Okay, I think I got it. So if I click this and that, I click this and that, I should take it from there and send it to here. Cool. Sweet. Let's have one more coffee. Next is nougat. So, okay. What did we do in here that gave us something? The star, no. Aluminium. Okay, so that counts. Extra level of fortune to mine blocks. Well, yeah, sure. And hat. Extra level of looting. Where can I put that? Put that here. Remove our villager hat. Okay, cool. So then we can go here. So the pixel is what? One each of those around this thing. So we kind of want 2 pixel. Right. 3, 3, 3, and one on each of the other. So for that, there's gonna be 3 of that, 3 of this, 3 of that. Cool. Bing. Cool. So then we have 2 of these guys. Another eternal stake. All right. We're gonna have to cancel that because we're gonna need that. We're gonna need some of those. And while we wait for that, so we're gonna make 2 swords also. So that's gonna be these 2. We're gonna take that one. I will just leave it. And that's of course going to be the axe. So that's going to be the same with an ATM axe, and it's going to be the same for the shovel, right? Yes. So axe. Cool. He's stuck on these bad boys. Need 15 more. It's not the fastest, but it's here. Oh. Peeps in chat. Okay, while we wait, let's hide the scarf. Bunny hoppers is correct. Absorb health, that is fine. Have increases hearts. Looting, fortune. while that thing runs, oh, what the heck. We can check our bees, actually. Oh yes, did I mention? We got some bees. It's not running much, but it's guaranteed full. We're making the sticky resins from the GregTech. And in here we have now had nomad bees. Cool. We needed the nomad bee for something. Oh yeah, not paying attention there, but yeah, all right. Okay, one left. I'm just using hunger. It's not like I got anything better to do. $30. So that was one. Ah well, we can start with one. Burp. Come on. Gonzalez. Yeah, I can show you. Give us a minute. I use something as simple as under chest and importers. No, I don't. Not importers. Just cables into the thing. Let's see. We can go. I can show you real quick. All my so all my essence is being grown in several layers, pumped into first one barrel, then into a second barrel, just so we have some overflow protection. And we're gonna probably have to go to the top, and one of these cables goes to a ender chest that is all green. That goes back to the base and directly into storage. The second barrel goes into here and is being sorted like a round robin. So half go into these two and the other half go into the system. And the last pipe just goes entirely into these that crafts the thing I want for it. Right. And then at the base, everything is basically just pumped into a controller access point and go into all these here chests. Well, it's same as chest, it's drawers. So some store a bit of essence, some store a bit of essence and get crafted into the actual thing we're gonna use. And I saw now that we had cinnamon logs. Because we planted a cinnamon tree, we have our logs up here, so you can just go there. And then we also have the cinnamon, which is a food crop that goes in here for me. Cool. Or I do that into a storage controller from a chest, so that if it doesn't exist in the system, it doesn't get imported. You could just dump all the essences into a chest and use an importer and store it digitally. I would recommend you do some work in setting up that storage then, so you don't overfill your storage with crap. Shovel. That's basically how we do. If you use refined storage, it wouldn't really matter as much, because then you would basically just continue filling in. More storage disks, but I use drawers, so if it doesn't have a spot, it usually goes into a trash can somewhere, or it just stays in the chest and I have to add a spot for it, which is probably what I do most of the time, come to think of it. Now we're just making the alloy swords and stuff. These are done. Cool, so we can remake these. We'll just make 400 again. Can't do that, missing 13. 398. 387 then. And the axe. Cool. And one more. Then we need to make the Quarry Plus, Fortune 3. That goes there. We go home. Fortune 3 can go in there. This tank can go here. We'll come back. So we have all of these. So we need the Paxel. That's going to require this. So we're going to need an Awakened Supremium, which is... Let's make a little snippet. Because my memory is balls most half the time. But we need the Awakened Supremium ingot stuff. So... let's do at mist hour. So we need a recipe for that. Got it. A recipe for that. Got it. That goes into our system. We are working on this line. Should be 16. That should just be 4 actually. And we go packs. Already made the Paxels. Up. And then we need to go to here. We need to move this stuff because it's ugly as hell. So our enchantment things go in here. And those go there. Those go here. Do I remember correctly? I do. Sorted, so it goes in here. So then we have 2 of these. Cool. And then we said these around one of these for one of these. Cool. So we'll go home base. To the mob farm, and I will put these like so, and you in the middle. Sweet! Two Paxels, indestructible. We have our sword, it's lovely. And that is fine. Let's go home. Give me another barrel. 2 stacks. Let's put that on top of here. Let's insert these 2. And let's just empty everything out of here for now. H. Cool. So we have a silky smooth, and we have a fortunate son. We have one of these and one of that. That. That's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. So basically what we want is to want to throw these up here. Magnet off. Wrong place. I wanted to go to the mob farm. And I'm going to grab all the levels and go back home. So that's going to give us these tools back. For now we'll just keep those in here. Curse of Vengeance, Curse of Breaking, nobody wants that. Okay, we need more books. And we need a trash for breaking, vengeance. What does vengeance do? Spawn vengeance spirits. Nope. Cool. So then, let's just... that. Let's lay these out. So one of these we want Silk Touch, and the other we want the hugest amount of fortune. So mending is now useless, so that goes in here. There should be a spot for that. Unbreaking, that's also useless, so that goes there. Efficiency, somewhat the same, that also goes here. Let's sort these. So we have fortune 8. Sweeping edge. Knockback. Loyalty. We are trading with him for also loyalty. Okay, so what do we have? Unbreaking. Let me grab this bad boy. Can I put that here? No. So that has to go there. Okay, so this is Unbreaking 3. It's Silk Touch for 1. That's looting 1. That's good for the thing. Wish we might want to do more. Mystical Enlightenment. We really don't need that anymore. Looting 1. Let's stick you down there. What are you? Fortune 3. Unbreaking. We don't need Unbreaking. So both of these two chubbies can go there. Because if I remember correctly, I have 10 silk tar, so we don't need. All tools are unbreakable. We don't need that. What we could like to have just for funsies is a looting 3, but it really doesn't matter, does it? Let's just go ham on this guy. And we're gonna need some emeralds. Do we have that? We do not. I can't even type emeralds. We don't care what we get here. We just want to see what we get here. Piercing. You are trash. Curse of foolishness. Could be decent to have something useful. But this is very expensive. Just buy bookshelves instead. Always gonna need some bookshelves. Always gonna need some lanterns. And we have plenty of space for glass. Clocks, not as much, but what the hey. Efficiency. No. Withering, auto smelt. Shimmering, bulwark. Withering. Scavenger 3 might be nice. Knockback. silk touch for 1. Smite. Well, increase smite, but it's not the starting smite. Oh, that was protection. Well, damn nugget. Permafrost. Give us something half decent, please. No. Well, all right. Whoosh. Right. Efficiency. You got trashed, boy. Bane of arthropods. Unbreaking. Why do you hate me so much, game? And using. Lure. Well, that's actually not the worst. If ever we're gonna go fishing again. Alright, for now you can live. Although I'm having doubts. Scavenger 3, and that's not the worst though. Bano arthropods. But it did have a scavenger. What did you have? Spectral bite, shimmer, silk touch for 1. And smite. Okay, that's not the worst. You had unusing lure. Yeah, not the worst. Blast protection. Sweeping edge. Also not the worst. Loyalty. That's some shit. Randomizing stuff. Sharpness. Xmas. Sharpness. Okay, so that requires sharpness 5. We have 1. Sharpness. All right, but that we can actually work with. Somebody's cooking food. Oh crap, that's the sharpness 5. We could have used that. Damn it. scavenger again. Crescendo of bolts. We have a decent amount actually. You don't need efficiency, but let's try that as volley. Eclec. Which we're not gonna need. Piercing, you are junk. You are also trash. Oops. Well, that's a plague bringer also. I'm flicking a bit too fast. That's what I'm doing. Looting 2. For once. Hey. So that's sharpness. +1 sharpness. Where do I keep all those books? Not here. What the hell? There's some. Not there. I haven't put anything underneath here, have I? No. We have a glass making machine. Not back here either. What the hell? No. No. We already said no. No. What the hell? No. Should be nothing up here. This is just that and that. Okay, let's start here. Here. No. Book also gives us nothing. Okay, I don't get it. Nothing in here. No, no, no. No. No, no. 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 Where the hell is it? Up over here somewhere? Haha, there we have some. Let's use an impaling. And this bad boy. So then I can take sharpness 5 and add that, and we get sharpness +1. I can come into here, I can put that on, and I can put this in. And then we go to sharpness 15. Very nice. Okay. fire aspect. Phalanx. Stupid. Press. Gonna move these guys anyways. Vorpal. Doesn't really matter much though, but Riptide. I do not feel that this is everything I had though. I feel I had so much more. What does we have with sweeping edge? 8. Oh well. Pop. quick draw. Unbreaking. Fortune 2. Okay, protection 4 might be somewhat decent. Splitting, chainsaw. Luck of the sea. Oh well, not the worst in case we ever go fishing again. Looting! Requires looting 3. That's a pain-o. We are at maximum looting. Oh crap, alright. In that case, they go in here. Frostbite. Another Fortune 3. Okay, looting 3. We're gonna keep that guy. Another lure, but because of the looting, we'll keep him. A lot of shimmer. I don't believe it. Not a skulk. Obliteration, no. Shimmer, bounty, holding. Spearfish. Silk, frostbite 7. That, like that. Save these. And feather for the shit. Alright. Give us a quick minute and we'll be right back. Wacky do. Okay, this takes forever. Okay. For now, we'll call that good. Nobody has time for this. So we'll put that away, put this away, put that away. And we'll just add those together so we have silky smooth Paxel. How do we spell fortuitous? That would be Fortuitou, and we ain't even typing a thing, so let's try that again. Fortuitous Paxel. Okay, so let's try this on some pieces of dirt. That's not fast. Magnet off. And how about that's not fast either. Do we want to add efficiency? Unsure. We'll hold off. Insert. But we can do everything with one tool. Cool. So, that's sorted. What else did I say? So we have that. We have our tools. Time. Only two. 2 hours. It's only 5:30-ish. Okay. So a slapping bag. Walk. Vibranium bee spawn egg. We have 2. Just had to double check real quick if resin was added. It was. So what does it say? So we want combs. Should be fine. Oh. The B needs a vibranium block. That only gives nuggets. Not even a lot of it. But a little bit is more than some stuff. These are the bees we're keeping forever. All right. Oh, where's my thing? There it is. 2 peeps and 3 likes. I guess Gonzalez liked what he heard. Is nice. Okay, cool. Is this chapter done now? Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We're missing the unobtainium armor. Okay, what did we see? Like Arcanist boots. That does sound a bit cool. Pyromancer boots. Guess we need threads. Okay, we don't care about that. So I need 4 of these. Let's do all the modium stuff. That's the last thing, and the middle thing is 4 of these, and before that we're gonna need 3 of these, and then we're gonna need the templates. So we're gonna need these guys on a stick. For some reason you don't want to do that. These do. This one is done. Cool. That's nice. One less thing. And I think this is the first time we've got this thing done. Okay, so there was the Nomad Bee. Let's see, so that's for this, which we get from the Hellfire Bee, which is Hellfire Bee spawn egg, which is gonna get us into the blood magic. Regenerative bee spawn egg. Michogus. And that's a Nomad Bee spawn egg, which we can get from Nomad Bees in a thing. So if I take these thing and do like 4, 3, 4. Can I then put... No, I cannot put them in here. So that's gonna need... Okay, how did we do... Okay, so we have the productive bees, big book of bees. Don't have that, do I know? Let's grab that. We might want to keep this. And we have all of these. And we have catcher, gene indexer, breeding chamber. That's this. We have that. Centrifuge powered honey generator, catcher, BB incubator, no. Okay, remember we squished some bees. Genetics. Collecting genes. The bottler together with a piston can be used to bottle up bees. Place a bee in the middle and pull the lever. Make sure the bottler has empty bottles inside. Throw the bottle bee in a centrifuge to separate the useful stuff from the junk. Okay, so not this one. So we take a bottler, that in there. I take a piston there. How hard should that be? Okay, what if, what if I put an observer there? We need our hammer. That'll be this one. And I just put a piece of redstone on top. No. Oh, then he stayed. And I picked him up again instead. Ouch! Did not mean to do that. Got it. Then we said centrifuge to separate. So can I toss that in here? Yes, we can. Okay, cool. So we're gonna need the nomad bee. Okay, that means it's nighttime. Sleep. So at productive bees. Needs eggs. We have all the eggs, so we'll just put that there. And the next thing would be honey treats. So we have one more nomad bee here, so cool. That goes in here, all that goes like so. That goes there, and if I then do this, I'm gonna need both to make it 100%. Add this with that, and we have a productive bees, nomad bees, 100%. So that goes there. Do you do anything? Do you just hold these together? Transferring genes. Gene with a honey treat, feed the honey treat to the bee, and it will have a chance based on the purity of the gene to acquire the new attribute. Okay. More of the same gene into the treat, yeah. Now this is supposed to be into the blood altar, so we have that thing actually going for us, which is nice. You go here. You can also stay here. You too. Cool, 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 cool. This is small and ugly, and we gotta destroy it. That's just how it goes. At Croptopia. So So let's say we're gonna have ourselves some chocolate times 2. Peanut butter. We'll figure that out later, because the setup is good, but the rest is bad. How is this doing to our power? Output 7 mil tick. Yes, okay. So I actually have 10 of these. We have that. We have some of these up here, which is fine, I guess. Okay, we need to put that somewhere else then. Okay, so this is inside a chunko. So we could so that's instant mind. All right. The benefit of this is that it doesn't break everything just as soon as I hit the wall. It kind of handles it. Okay, grass was spreading faster. And at weird angles also. Oopsie. Actually, I'm more in need of cobblestone on my thing here than anything else? Let's see. So B, grab this bad boy. We'll set it to that. This is all lovely. Cool. So we're gonna need a sink. Does this have a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 6th. So this will be our sink. Lovely. How would we do this? Because we could have a gen here, and next thing would come here. Yeah, it'll work. Put that up, get this bad boy. Get two of these, so extract and extract. Put these bad boys in there. There is that. What's my food doing in there? Okay, and yep, put that away. Actually, let's get the other tank we got here, this one. No flower bits, no. And let's, well, we'll just keep that in here, I think, and let's find at Meccan in the. Give me a couple of these. And input, yes. So make it extract. Cool. Still missing quite a bit. But let's see if I break this block. And no. Give me a mossy to the base. Let me put that in trapdoors here. Add that. Like one of these. So then we can get down here. These are actually quite simple compared to these bad boys. All right, it's increasing. All right, so then we are inputting 5.6 using 7. So all of this does not help overly much. That's all right. Why so slow? Alright, we are about to... Well, you are running fine. Why are I not using more things? Strange. Strange. Yep. Cool. We're gonna cancel this for now, just so we don't spend all our power. Yes? There's no reason for this to output 8 million FE per tick now. 2.8. That's more like it. Okay, we should be good. Alright. So then we're off to the world of tribes, my friends. And yeah, we'll be back like any day suddenly, so you know the drill. Do the sub and the bell if you want to be notified, or just pay attention. I will see you suddenly. Toodaloos.